5 words: people, customer, digitalization, sustainability, and a new word which is global. So people first, because we have to find the new talent for the future, and also we have to care about 29 million people who are working in the retail. So the main objective is to find the condition to motivate that people because retail is first of all people. So find a new talent and train them. Secondly, customer and customer-centric. We know that we have to face a huge change in the customer habits, and the whole company, the whole retailer have to move in order to understand that the young customer want to change, have to change, and there's a lot of things we have to face. They don't want to eat meat, they want to be more vegan, they don't have to this kind of conception of abundance. So consumer-centric is something we have to face. First of all, I say digitalization. Surely the digitalization of the world and our company is the most important things we have to do in the future, and the most important revolution we have to face from the industrial revolution. And it's not easy for the old retailer to move to this kind of a new company, data-centric, integrate artificial intelligence, blockchain, robotics. So the digitalization is surely one of the main challenges we have to face. Sustainability, because the world is changing. We will be 10 billion inhabitants on the planet, and we know that resources allows us to be only 6 to 7 billion people. So we have to change the way we consume and the way we produce, and we can't afford that waste, because everything will be very essential to life: water, food, and so on. And finally, I said global, which is a contraction of global and local. I'm quite convinced that more and more consumers want to be first local, to live in an ecosystem, to develop first of all the butchers, the baker in the country and in the city. But in the same time, we know that productivity or the scarcity of resources needs to be more productive. So sometimes we have to be global to afford the best way to produce, or the best way to the best price. So surely we will have to face this contradiction to be more local and more global. Surely first, I think that we make a mistake thinking that the big company can afford so many rules, so many laws, and we have to simplify. This is really something necessary for the small startup, but also for the big company, because we have so many people in meeting and so on, and we lost a lot of productivity. So simplify the life. Secondly, I think that we have to really create this unique market, especially in Europe, because we have to face the US market with Google and the Chinese market with Alibaba, and we are in the middle. And one regret we can have is that we succeed to make planes together in Europe, we succeed to make rockets together, but we don't succeed to make this big company who manage data for developing business. So I would like to insist on the fact that perhaps with SAP or other, we have to create another block in front of the two US and Chinese blocks. This is surely something we have to face. And I speak about people. So attract talent in Europe is something we have to develop. So train these people is something we have to develop, and allows our, because in the retail we have so many challenges to face and so many change, that we have to allow people to change from the job they have today to a new job, more digital, who require more skills. And so we have to develop really the help of the different government in Europe, the ability to allow these people to have this kind of skills.